chicken Milanese. I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. Livio, how do you pronounce chicken Milanese? Anyway, chicken Milanese, which is the Italian way of cooking chicken in breadcrumbs. It's delicious. So I'm going to just show you how my version of that. I've got the chicken, lots of chicken here, which I'm going to split up and turn into different recipes. So I've got the mini breast fillets, so just use as much as you want to eat. You just need flour, salt and pepper, egg, beaten, and breadcrumbs. I made these breadcrumbs a couple of weeks ago actually, out of sourdough, because I found the sourdough bread. I know that's sourdough. It's a fashion at the moment, isn't it? And I blitz these in this with a stick blender. We can liquidize them, and then when the oven was on, just turned off, put them on a baking tray and put them in there just to air dry, you know, in the heat, and they'll save in a jar. I've just had those on the side for a couple of weeks now. They've just dried off, look. So I'm going to use those. All right. So the first thing is to get your chicken flattened. So if you've got one of these handy little hammers, fine, use that. If you don't, use a frying pan and get all those frustrations out. So some cling film, or if you've got some reusable, if you've got the packaging, you can use that the chickens come in, but I'm going to reseal that. So get enough cling film to, don't normally like using cling film, I have to say, but this, it's great, and it's chicken, so it just helps to keep it together rather than sort of splattering all over the board. So I'm going to just, I'll probably do two together, but find the biggest chicken fillets here. I'm going to have 3 tonight, I think. There we go. If you've just got chicken breast, 1 chicken breast per person is ideal for this. So I will demonstrate with frying pan. Just put it out. And what this is doing is tenderising it. So I'm really not quite sure of the science behind it, but it's known as tenderising. Any butchers or scientists out there, if you can explain that to me, how and why that happens, I'd love to know. So add the comments in the bottom. I'd love to know how that works. Must break down the fibres or something. So you get it into a nice thin, see that, lovely and thin. So then it doesn't take very long to cook. There we go. That's done actually. Don't bother with one of those. That's just taken me a third of the time it would normally take. Use your frying pan. I can get rid of that. Never tried that before, you see. Right, that's the chicken done. Next, the egg. I'm just going to rinse my fingers. We just need 1 egg is slightly too much for one for this. I'll probably use the egg up in a scrambled egg, maybe tomorrow. Whisk your egg up, and again, breaking down the fibres of the egg, and the more you beat it, the easier it goes less slimy. I've noticed when you're trying to coat your chicken. Okay, there we go. Right, chicken that's now all beaten. Right, what I'm going to do now is get the heat on, because this isn't going to take very long at all. So get your pan on the heat, and I like to use olive oil. I don't know the traditional method for this, whether it's just butter, whether it's just olive oil, no idea. But olive oil and a good knob of butter. So you saw how much olive oil I put in, didn't you? Probably a tablespoon. So that's on a medium heat. getting nice and warm while I carry on with this. And what you would normally do is put your flour in a shallow tin and season it. But because I've got one of these handy shakers, I'm just going to shake the flour on to save on washing up. So I'm just going to sprinkle the flour on, then sprinkle with salt and pepper. And you just need to dust this. It's a light dusting of the flour. So there we go. Can you see what I'm doing there? Maybe you can't. I can hear this sizzling a little bit. So just rinse your oil around your pan. Ought to get some terminology. I've turned the heat right down now for this, so it doesn't start burning while I carry on. Right down. Do you know what? That's done sooner than I thought. I'm just going to turn it off until I'm ready. Don't want it burning. So you're after dusting your chicken with your flour and salt and pepper. So just keep tossing it around on the cling film until it's nicely, lightly dusted with. And well, depends if you like salt, but I would say do season this with salt and pepper. Now, because I'm not going to use that much, do you need to see this? What I've done with the flour. You just have to, oh, that's not coated there. Just after a light coating on both sides. Just dries off the chicken. I'm not sure again scientifically what it actually does. I'm not going to use all of this egg, and I don't want to waste it, so I'm just going to save half of it. I'm going to pour half in another bowl, and I can stick that in with scrambled eggs tomorrow morning for my breakfast or lunch or brunch, whatever you call it. And I am going to season this as well. And I'm also going to put, I would normally use fresh thyme. I'm feeling lazy. I'm going to go in with a sprinkling, I would say it's half a teaspoon of dried thyme. And I don't think dried thyme's too bad, if I'm honest. It's dried thyme and dried oregano, in my opinion, are fine to use. Right, in goes the dusted chicken into the egg, and then I'm going to have to use, am I going to have to use a thing for the breadcrumbs? No, maybe I'm not. I'm going to, I am. No, I'm not. I'm going to just sprinkle the breadcrumbs on the cling film. Why create washing up if you don't need to? Right, breadcrumbs on your, if you've got a tray and you're doing this for more people, then it might be better to do it on a tray. And then, so it's in your egg and then into your breadcrumbs. And I'm going in with eggy fingers into these bread, but that's because I'm going to use them all. I wouldn't do that if I was get your words out. You know what I mean, don't you? Next one. That's your floury chicken into the egg, and then into the breadcrumbs. And again, like I say, this would be what would it be? I'm tired. I'm feeling tired today. How are you lot doing? All right. It's been a nice sunny day. I've been out in the garden. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All the flowers are well in action now. And that's just keeping me really perked up. Right, here we go. Just enough, those breadcrumbs, look. Toss them about. And the breadcrumbs all stick to the egg. Okay, I think that's sorted. I'm patting them in, so trying to get as many breadcrumbs as I can onto the chicken. There looks a lot there for me tonight. Just going to rinse my hands. It is a bit messy, but right. Turn the heat back on with your oil and butter mixture. And this is what my chicken looks like now. So that will absorb all that delicious olive oil. So that comes up to starting to bubble. You can't, if I bring it over, it will stop bubbling. So as it's just started, the butter's foaming and it's just nicely bubbling. I've put it on high to start with, and I'm just gonna, I can hear it and I can see it bubbling, so in those go. 1, 2, please 3 all fit in this. Yes, beauty. There we go. And that, I know, it's cling film, but it's no washing up. In the bin with that. So it's just a matter of now, this is where your tongs come into your own. These are brilliant. So it literally is just a case of watching your heat. If you smell it, just smell it, smell it and look at it. And if it looks like it's getting a bit too brown, turn the heat down. It's on full at the moment. And it doesn't take long because we've battered the chicken out very thin, so the breadcrumbs protect it. And I'm going to serve this with lovely green, crispy green salad, which is just lettuce and cucumber and maybe a bit of tomato, if I fancy. Yeah, so that's literally all there is to doing chicken Milanese. I think that's how you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just going to turn that over. And when I do this, I just sort of leave it on for a minute or so to start with. And then I just keep turning, and it's probably going to take you about, maybe 3 minutes on each side, 4 minutes on each side. Just have to use your initiative. When the chicken's cooked, it's cooked. And just to test it, cut it through the middle if it's white and the texture looks right, then obviously it's done. That's how I do it anyway. All right, let me show you that. That's when that's turned over. They look lovely, don't they? Nice. This is lovely for a summer, like a lovely summer dinner. Going over again. There we go. It's sort of bubbling and ooh, lovely. Look at that, sort of. And that's it. Chicken Milanese, and serve a lovely, lovely fresh crisp salad with it. That's all you need. I don't bother with potatoes or anything with that. It's just nice to have a salad with it. Or you could have a tomato and basil, so I've just potted basil on the window ledge. Tomato and basil salad, that would be nice. Anyway, that's all there is to it. I'll post a photograph on the, this is literally it. Turn again. If you think it's running out of oil or butter, just add a little bit more in. But I can smell that at this stage now. I can smell that starting to singe a little bit. So what I've done is turn the heat right down. I'm on gas here, turned it right down to low because I can smell it, and it's starting to look a bit black. So this is what you just need to do, is look at your food and smell it as you go along, and you won't go far wrong. That's probably nearly done, I'd say. Wow, lovely. That's it. Chicken Milanese. There we are. Just simple salad, dressed with olive oil and lemon juice, salt and pepper, just sprinkled on. Gorgeous. I think that's too much for me for tonight. I'm just gonna have 2 of those. Anyway, I hope you have a go, and it's dead easy, isn't it?